Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in to JajasMike. It's a pleasure to have you. Today, I got a special guest, an individual in whom I went to school with at Texas Southern University. She has a phenomenal message that she wants to give to you all today. Leaders aren't born, they're made. I'm excited for this because leaders, and I'm talking to you, you understand that this is a self-development channel, right? And I want you to understand that after this message, after you get this insight, this perspective, your life is going to be changed. Next month, we'll be calling Raven Dr. Raven. So without further ado, I introduce you to Raven Askew Moss.
I had bad influences as a child. I grew up Southside Chicago, moved out to the suburbs. My mom wanted a better life for us. Right. And that better life came with its own obstacles. You know, you got white kids taking pills. It's just a whole different type of people you're dealing with. But taking us out of that situation and putting us into a culture shock is what helped me grow as an individual and see that there's other opportunities out there, you know, because I didn't see much before, and so I didn't know much before. When I saw better, I was able to do better, and that's what made the difference, I think, in my life. Those personal challenges are markers for you to see where you need to go in life and where your weaknesses are. Those weaknesses, you will always have weaknesses and strengths. Those are common things that everybody has. But in managing those weaknesses and how you handle those weaknesses is what turns your strengths into more marketable aspects of your life. Some people need guidance. Some people need a direction. They just need that extra push. And I was a person who needed that extra push. There was a leader that turned me into a leader. I wasn't like this before. You know, my first year of pharmacy school, even before that, but especially my first year of pharmacy school is when it got stepped up to the plate. My name got called, I got nominated for positions, and they just wanted to see what I could do. They saw something in me that I didn't see within myself. Those were the leaders of my time. Now I'm here to be a leader for the future people coming ahead of me. I have siblings, I have friends, I have everybody that feels as if there needs to be something done in the community to make us better as a people. I think that one aspect of that is to make sure that we're educated and that we're able to take care of ourselves. And that's something that I want to make sure is started within my family and within my home and with myself. I grew up around bad influence, people dropping out of school, no job, low minimum wage. I just knew from the beginning that's not something that I wanted to do. And that's not somewhere that I wanted to be. So I made the change in myself first by learning from other people, learning how to do things differently, and how to maximize my potential to the best. I learned from my mother, I learned from my father, I learned from the people around me, I learned from my friends. I took their experiences. There were a lot of people who didn't make it when I was younger, and I took those experiences and learned from them and knew that I wanted to do it a different way. I wanted to do a different path. Sometimes it's hard for me to find that potential within myself. Those are the days that make it difficult. Those are the days that make it hard. Those are the times that are hard to handle. But at the end of the day, when I look in the mirror, I know that as long as I keep the faith, that everything will be okay. That at the end of the day, there's a bigger plan. And that plan is bigger than me. It's about the future, it's about the generations to come, it's about the leaders, it's about what I can do for society. It's about not just community service on a local level, but what can I do for the future generations to come, and how can I leave my imprint or minimize my imprint in some situations. To be the best that I can be. You know, everybody has the cliche, I want to help people. Everybody says that. That's the first thing you say at your pharmacy school interview, I want to help people, you know. But I took it to a different level. I only didn't want to just help people. I wanted to help the community and make it better for the future generations ahead. I think that was what was important for me. And with pharmacy, it allowed me to have a future for myself so that I can raise my children in the future and have a family. It gave me that stability. And also, it allowed me to help people, which is the main reason why I do what I do. Also, it touches on the fact that community service is an important part of being a pharmacist and helping the community and underserved communities especially. I'm also in like other organizations that do the same thing but in different communities, and that's really what it's all about. That's what makes me feel good and wake up in the morning to say I made a difference. I feel like I finally took that first step in the right direction. This was, receiving my doctorate degree was my first step in going in the right direction towards being a productive member of the society and being a Christian in the world. Someone once told me only 10% of people in the United States actually have a doctorate degree or higher, or a doctorate degree or multiple degrees. And that's even less in the African American community. And so I look at it as a stepping stool. First step to changing my life around for the better. Finally, not being a statistic, finally taking it to the next level, and finally being able to support myself for once and keep it going for the generations to go. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not into thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. He's way too much, man.